Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Grounded. So, the public test server for Bug Strike Back, the latest update just dropped not too long ago. So, I wanted to just dive in a little bit after playing for some time now, probably about 5 or 6 hours, and talk about some of the things that I really like about this update. So, no negativity here. We're just going to talk about the things I like, and then maybe in another video, we'll talk about some of the things that I think can be improved on. So, let's go ahead and jump into it. The first thing right here is going to be the mixers, and we're also getting base defenses. We have base defenses now, so the mixers are basically a little base defense kind of thing that you can do. What you're going to have to do is come over here, you turn it on, and then bugs, different types of bugs are going to come start attacking you. This one right here is probably the first one you'll want to take on. It's probably the easiest one. It's just west of the mysterious machine a little bit. And some of the bugs that are going to come attack you on this one are the, I believe, red ants. We had some infected weevils for some reason. We had some lawn mites, I think. So the basis is you're going to have you want to make this thing overdrive so it explodes. You can get raw science. The reward is going to be 2,000 raw science for each one. So, and it also has a health bar. You want to defend from the insects. That's the whole point of it. You defend it, you win, you get the 2,000 raw science. If you fail, not a big deal. You come over, you repair it, and you can try again. So this one was pretty easy. There are other ones. There's going to be one over by the hedge, or over in the hedge. There's one in the sandbox. There's one in the upper yard, and I believe one in the haze as well. So currently, right now, they're not repeatable, but they are super fun to do. It's a different aspect of the game that we haven't had yet, so it's super exciting. And going into that, like I said, one of the other things was the base defenses. Now, you'll see a little icon based on how many insects you're actually killing. And over time, the more insects you kill, particularly red ants, I had a base attack from the red ants. So I don't know if there's a specific number or how that works technically right now. But basically, the more you kill, the more chances you're going to have of insects coming to attack your base. Now, I don't know if they're going to come attack your base that you have your respawn set to, or if they're going to attack just a random base, or if they just come to where you are, or what. But I have a base over by the pond, and that's the one that they came and attacked me at. So it was pretty fun. You had some red ants, soldier ants, and worker ants come and basically attack me at my base over there. And then you fend them off. They're actually going to go and attack your base as opposed to attacking you. So it's pretty cool that you're going to have that repair over time. So the better defense you have, obviously, the easier it's going to be to protect your base. Get rid of this mosquito here. So it's a really cool aspect of the way that they can do it. And now, right now, I think it is pretty cheesable because you could basically just layer your walls and they'll never get into your actual base. But it is something that we haven't seen before. A lot of people were really excited about it, and I know I'm one of them. So that's definitely a welcome addition to the game. So let's go ahead and get to the third one, which I believe is going to be the creature cards. So we have creature cards now. One of the things that we've done in the past, a lot of the other creators on YouTube have actually done this, mainly Mediocre Milton, was going through doing a ton of research on what insects' weaknesses were, what the resistances were, what worked good against them and what didn't. And now we have that in the game. It's kind of your encyclopedia. It's going to tell you right here, as I said, the weaknesses, resistances. And one of the things that came recently was the weak points. A lot of the insects have weak points now. So if you're aiming for the, while you're fighting these insects, what you want to do is aim for their weak points, obviously. And it's just a super cool addition that now we have this. And it's also going to show you what tier they are, so how difficult, how much health they have, and how many you've killed. So super cool that we have this. And it's also going to tell you what they drop. So just gives you all the information you need for each insect. And the way you're going to get these is by using the peeper mechanic that was introduced in Into the Wood. So you're going to press your peeper button, and once you get to an insect, it's going to have a little question marks on it. Hit your mouse button, or whatever button it is for you, and then you'll basically get that creature card. Now, one of the other things is there are some gold cards you can see right here that I have the mosquito and stink bug. So right now, we don't have anything that rewards you for getting the gold cards. I think the chances of getting these is about 1 to 2% if they have changed it already. I know originally it was 10%. They said they were going to probably drop that to 1 to 2%. So probably a reward of like an achievement or something like that, a Steam achievement or an Xbox achievement that you'll get for getting all these, for getting all the cards themselves, and then possibly something for getting the gold cards. There's nothing different about them, but just something cool that now we have that Insectopedia. We have the information on what we need to fight the insects. So, all right, let's go ahead and get to the next one. Next thing that I like in the game now, and that's going to be armor upgrades. So we knew this was coming. We had the weapon upgrades with the End of the Wood update. Now we have armor upgrades. I think it's a foregone conclusion that we're going to get these. I really like it because not only do you have your set bonuses that you get for wearing the complete set of armor, but now it gives you an opportunity to kind of mix and match, because if you go one of the two paths, which is going to be bulky or sleek, bulky is going to give you more defense and more durability for that particular set of armor or that piece of armor. But if you go the sleek path, you actually get a bonus status effect. So we can look at some of these right here. This is just a roly-poly armor that I've been working on. And you can see here, so we've got up to level 5 stylish. So level 1 to 5, I'm not going to get into all the details of armor upgrades. I just want to point out the stuff that I like about it. That's going to be for another video on how to upgrade and everything like that. But you can see here, you have bulky and sleek. So bulky, like I said, is going to increase your defense and durability. Sleek is going to increase your defense and durability only by 5% as opposed to 10% with bulky. But it's also going to give you an enhanced effect right here. So blocking strength for the roly-poly armor, which is going to allow you to block more. So each set of armor, each piece of armor actually is going to have that enhanced effect. So not only do you have the set bonus itself, but you're also going to have these enhanced effects for each piece of armor. So I think that's super cool. Starting with upgrading it, you're going to need grub, berry, and then pupil leather. So it's a really cool system, and I'm glad that we have it now. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. We're not going to go too into detail about the armor upgrades themselves, but I do think it's a very welcome addition to the game with this update. All right, let's jump to the next one here. All right, so with the End of the Wood update, there was a huge, I wouldn't say panic, but issue with the stamina, right? Stamina and the combo system in general for combat. So one of the things they've done in this one is actually decreased the cost of stamina for each attack. So every attack that you have, whether it's a heavy weapon, light weapon, whatever, the stamina cost for attacking is actually cut in half. I think that's really cool. They put a huge focus on stamina and kind of trying to find that perfect balance of how much is too much and then how much is too little. And I think they're on the right path. I really like that because a lot of people are getting penalized for using the heavier weapons when you could only get like 2 or 3 hits off, and now you can actually get more hits off, maybe 5 or 6 at a time. So another welcome addition, and I think just one of the many that they've introduced in this update. So let's go ahead and jump to the next one. All right, so the next one we have here is actually the coal torch. You can see it right here. We have it, the Everchar coal torch, or Everchar torch. Now this one is actually going to illuminate the area a lot brighter, and it has a durability, so it's not going to be something that's just going to burn out. Then you have to constantly keep making more torches. This one you can use, you can have for as long as you want until it breaks down, and then you'll just repair it and then be good to go. So super useful. I think it was a really good idea to have the use the charcoal in another way as a tool. And then piggybacking on that, we do have the charcoal canteen as well. Now this one is super cool. It does have durability, and we'll talk about that here in a second, but this allows you to take dirty water from anywhere in the game and actually use it to drink it, make it drinkable. So you basically have a charcoal filter that's going to filter out all the nastiness and allow you to drink it. And it has an extra slot. You can see right here we have 5 drops on this one. So this one's super good. One of the issues I have with it is the durability, because when you're fighting and everything, for some reason your canteen is taking damage, and I would rather kind of see that as where maybe the more you use it, the durability goes down, as if the more times you're filtering that dirty water, the durability goes down, and then you would have to repair it. So overall, I think a really cool item that we have here. It's a tier 3 canteen, and as well as the Everchar torch. So super cool, and that's it for those. So let's jump to the next one. All right, so the next thing I really like about the game that they've added with this update is the Advanced System Library. Now, this is going to be located at all the field stations, and whether you love them or hate them, you don't have to interact with Burgle as much. It looks like now, going forward, with the way the story's going, we only really have to interact with Burgle at the beginning, and then when you're turning in the chips that he's requesting. So everything from purchasing stuff, your crafting, or your signs, or weapon upgrades and stuff like that. Not weapon upgrades, but everything that you can buy, your mutations and stuff like that, is going to be here at the ASL at each field station, along with some of the Burgle quests you can get. Not the story quests, but all the other quests, your Artificer quests and your Hunter quests and stuff like that, as well as your Molar and Fusion upgrades. You can do this now at any field station instead of having to go all the way back to Burgle and do this. So I think that's super cool. It kind of streamlines the game, so you're not wasting all that time running back and forth to the Oak Lab to talk to Burgle. And then just something else that we can get into the field station. We have the Resource Analyzer, your Surveyor, and now we have the Terminal. Everything in here has a use now, and I think that's super cool. So let's jump to the next one. All right, so next I wanted to talk about the story progression. So with this update, you're going to have to redo the whole story progression, and I think that's a good thing, because the way it wasn't very linear, and it didn't really give you a path on where to go with the story. It kind of just said, Burgle said, hey, there's other labs, go find them and bring me the chips. Well, now that you have these story quests, there's a lot more contact with Virgil when you're talking to him. And the way they lay it out now, it's like there's more backstory behind everything, which is really welcoming. So now the story is a lot more linear and kind of directed to the new players. So you're going to have the Oak Lab that you go to after fixing the mysterious machine. And then he's going to direct you straight over to the Hedge Lab to get that first chip. And he kind of explains what the chips do and the whole backstory with Dr. Wendell and stuff like that. So it's more linear and kind of guides the player on what to do. So aside from having to redo all the labs, I think it's really cool that now we have a more direct story to follow. So I think that's a super welcome addition because, like I said, when you're starting a new game or if you're a new player, you kind of don't know where to go. You kind of bounce around from lab to lab and kind of figure out what to do as you go. So super cool, and that's it for that. So let's get to the next one. All right, so next up we have the dust mites, everybody's favorite insect that was brought out in the Into the Wood update because they're just so tanky and fun to fight. Well, they've actually changed that. They've got a significant nerf. So now the dust mites, their HP has been reduced by 20%. The damage threshold has been reduced by 12, which means they'll take more damage. And their resistances have been reduced from 50 to 25%. So super good because going up on the that main area, you're going to find these guys is the welcome mat up on the shed to get your lint. These guys were just overrunning you, and their dust attack would debuff the crap out of you and really take down your armor too. So now that they're significantly nerfed, they should be a lot easier to deal with. You can see right there, one arrow took them down to about half health, and then 2 shots will kill them. So really good if you need to go hunt these guys for their fuzz, or if you're going up top to go get the lint. They're going to be a lot easier to deal with now. So definitely useful. All right, so let's go ahead and jump to the next one. All right, so next one is just a small one too, but it's really big. A lot of the changes that have been in this update have been quality of life changes, which I'm super happy about. I know we were a little light on the content, but I think this one, combining with the base defenses and the quality of life changes, is probably one of the best updates they've had. So one of the things here is we want to talk about is roasts. Now again, for me, the roasts still don't spoil on the roasting spit. But one of the things they've actually added now is that the eating a roast will heal you. So we can go ahead and see here. I took some damage from those dust mites. Just give you an idea of how much this is going to heal. So you can see that it's a good chunk. It's about a third, if not 25, about 25 to 33% of your health, which is super good. A lot of people use roast. Like I said, you throw them on the roasting spit, they won't spoil. But just something good right there. Another thing that's going to help you out while you're out there playing. You know, carry some roasts around with you. Not only are they going to fill your hunger, but they're also going to heal you. So super cool little addition. So let's jump to the next one. All right, so kind of twofold here, and we're going to talk about naming things. So right now, we have the icons for your chest that you could kind of label them for what they were. But as you can see, I've got 4 different insect ones here. A lot of my other bases, I've got a bunch of the green leaves, meaning, you know, green resources, grass, and stuff like that. One of the things you can do now is actually label them. So I can put green resources, boom, and now that one's going to be labeled there. And now not only do you have the icon that you can see, but you're also going to see the name, so you know, like if I'm going to put just plant fiber or just what else do we have in here, crude rope in here or something like that, then I can just label it that, and then I know right off the bat that this green leaf icon is going to have crude rope in it or something like that. So super cool little quality of life things that definitely help out, and I'm all about those. So I'm piggybacking on that. One of the other things you can actually do now is you can name your save. So right here, I've got this one named PTS main. So all you have to do is go in here. You're going to click the button down here to rename save. You go ahead and rename it, and we can go PTS main. So for a lot of people like me who has a bunch of different worlds, been playing the game for a while, you can actually go in and label your saves, so that way you know which one is which. So super useful. Like I said, the quality of life changes in this one are great, and really digging it. So let's go ahead and get to the last couple topics here I want to discuss, and then we'll finish it up. So we'll be right back. All right, so wrapping it up here, we're going to kind of do a two in one here while we get over to this area. One of the other things I wanted to talk about is just looking at how much cleaner the UI and the overall interface looks. So you can see down here on the bottom left where you have our durability for our armor. It's just straight lines, no longer the curvy lines that you know, remind me of like a kid's game or something like that. And down here on our hotbar too, everything with durability is kind of streamlined, just with the straight lines across. So I think that's super cool. I really like that. It just makes it look a lot cleaner, and definitely a welcome look. So the last thing I want to show here, now this is obviously nothing game breaking with this update, but this whole area over here that used to be just dirt and kind of empty with nothing over here, has been completely terraformed into a somewhat new area. Now, I don't know if we're going to get anything with this particular update in terms of insects or, you know, labs or anything like that. But this whole area has just been completely redone. There's new plants. The terraforming in this, just like with Into the Wood with the canyons that we got, has been just super cool looking. And I really like the design that they're going for. So we'll get over here real quick. And the music over here, very ominous and really cool overall. Once we get over here. So you're going to see there's a bunch of little caves, potential explodable walls in the future. You've got branches all knocked down. And like I mentioned, there's new plants over here as well. All the grass is kind of smashed down a little bit too, so it gives it a different aesthetic as opposed to the rest of the yard. This literally looks like a completely different area of the yard now when you get down in here. You can see how the grass right here, like I said, is kind of smashed down now, kind of bent over. But just the whole area, like introducing different levels of the game rather than just having a big flat area like the bottom area of the yard is. This is definitely different, and I think it's a really good indication of where they're going with this area of the yard. So as I said, the new plants over here, you can see these leaves over here. They've added some mushrooms. Obviously, a lot of this can change over time, but we've got pipes over here, the different plants, like I said. It just has me really excited for what's coming in the future. So that's pretty much it for this video. So far, I'm really digging this update. The base defenses, the mixers, the armor upgrades, the new items that we have. Everything that I've discussed so far, I think is a really welcome addition. And I think they're doing a really great job of, with each update, giving us something new and different, while also trying to capitalize and improve on the things that they've already done. So that's all we got for this video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like the update so far? Do you not like it? Are you even playing the PTS? And we'll go from there. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. We'd love to have you join the community. Go ahead and join our Discord. There's a link in the description. With that being said, take care of yourself, everybody. Take care of each other. And as always, stay original, my friends. We'll see you in the next one. Later.